Even buildings as mighty as castles are at the mercy of the elements. The future of Seafield Tower on the Fife coastal path just south of Kirkcaldy is very much in doubt as storms and erosion batter the walls. Today on Dig It TV, we're on the trail of a king who lost his footing and a castle that may not stand the test of time. Seafield Tower is a 16th century L-plan castle, meaning that from a bird's eye view, it looks like a capital L. It would have gone up 5 stories, a commanding presence on the shoreline, and it was built by the Moultrie family, who had their main seat close to Edinburgh. It was a pretty good insurance policy to have a castle on this side of the Firth of Forth as well, given how frequently castles near the capital got attacked by invading armies. Like many Scottish castles, including Macduff's Castle just up the coast, Seafield Tower is built of red sandstone. It's a beautiful material, but one that is very vulnerable to erosion if left unchecked. Like most Scottish castles as well, Seafield followed the basic pattern of storage on the ground floor, great hall in the middle, and private accommodation the rest of the way up. The story of Seafield Tower may lack the great sieges and high dramas of other Scottish castles, but one of the most important events in Scotland's history took place just down the coast from here. It was 1286, and King Alexander III had just married a beautiful young French princess named Julianne of Dreux. Now, she was staying here in Fife, he was partying it up over in Edinburgh Castle, and he was acutely aware that he had not yet produced an heir. So it was a dark and stormy night, but nonetheless, couldn't wait a moment longer. He rode out from Edinburgh Castle with just 2 squires. He was able to get across the Firth of Forth, and of course there was no bridges back then, you'd had to take a boat. When he got to the other side, he rode along the path, not too far off where the Fife coastal path now follows. He got separated from his squires, and they found his shattered body at the foot of cliffs the next day. This triggered a succession crisis, which plunged Scotland into what we now know as the Wars of Independence. When Alexander's only heir, the Maid of Norway, died in Orkney while en route to Scotland, it plunged the country into a succession crisis. The noble families of Scotland started quarrelling amongst themselves as to who should wear the crown, and eventually they invited Edward I, King of England, in to arbitrate their dispute. He promptly decided the crown would best fit his own head. That means that if Alexander III had not taken a tumble off the cliffs, we may never have heard of the Wars of Independence. Thanks very much for joining us at Seafield Tower. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and the next time you're on the Fife coastal path, hopefully you stop here and enjoy the scenery.